My name is LaCasse. I'm the owner of AI SEO Expert Las Vegas. I've been doing SEO for about the last 6 years, which of last June became irrelevant once LLMs became popular. The entire industry kind of had to figure out what was actually going on with LLMs. From that birthed 3 new disciplines of SEO: AI SEO, AISO, which is Answer Engine Optimization, and Generative Engine Optimization. All of these are completely different, but they all kind of still have the same base language as old SEO. Today's presentation is about the frustrations that I see with most business owners when it comes to marketing. You get inundated with sponsored ads about these acronyms, AIO, GEO. They tell you, hey, if you're not even being seen by AI, you're wrong. Contact me if you want to be seen by AI. That changes with this, because I'm going to give you what they're going to do. The 5 pillars of AI search visibility. These are practical changes that any business can do. These are the philosophy and the daily to-do, weekly to-dos that will help grow your business. And at the very end, I have a very unique question to ask after we go through all these. So I'm going to save the questions for the very end. Let's start with the first pillar. Pillar number 1 is foundation. When it comes to your business website, what do you do? Who are you? Where are you doing this? The first question AI asks is, who the hell are you? What's the name of your business? What do you provide? And what city is that provided in? It's very simple. That first line, business provides service in location. If you just had that on your title tag of your business website, you would be fine. It's not super complex, it's not super engaging, but AI indexes it very easily. It knows what you do, it knows the services that you provide, and the location in which you do it. Simple, easy, you move on. Google My Business Profiles, if you have one, service or a brick and mortar. Photos, logos, hours description, these are so important now. If it changes, you got to update that profile. If you don't update it, AI, Google, is going to get confused. Because if they see that you're open, but you're actually closed, or someone goes to your Google profile and uses the phone ability, and you don't answer the phone, that is not going to help with AI indexing your business. NAP, name, address, physical location. This should be consistent across all your platforms, including your socials. Description should be the same. Name of the business, address of the business, phone number. It takes a couple hours to go through everything, but at least if you do this now, that's why this is the first pillar. This is foundational. This sets up for the other pillars. Now, schema markup. Schema markup is something that a JavaScript that's on the back end of your website. It lets AI know in general what this business is. There are tutorials on how to build it. I've done thousands of them, and I'm going to give you guys an opportunity at the very end to at least have communication with me in case you want to start building this up. It's a simple JavaScript program. You can run it through a JavaScript enabler to see if the code actually works. But schema markup is a very, very big thing. Here's a great example of a business description. Welcome to Bob's Services. We're the best in town, family owned since 1985. What do you think Google is going to do about that? Nothing. Doesn't say anything. One below it. Bob's Plumbing provides 24/7 emergency plumbing, draining, water heater repair in Las Vegas, Nevada. Business service location. That could be your description of the website, the meta description. You could take that and put it into your socials, because AI is looking at your socials now. That in of itself gets you to move to the next steps. Do you need to add things to it? If you change services, absolutely. If you add a new location, absolutely. But this gets you at least checkboxing that little element of the foundational pillar with a simple, a little more exaggerated, a little more given description. Pillar number two, authority. AI's second question to you, why should I trust you? This one is probably going to be one of the first wake-up calls because we love our reviews. But reviews that only have 2 sentences, they might as well just throw it away because AI indexes reviews. Now, if you want an SEO insider tip, if you are asking a customer that's going to give you a review, ask them to mention a competitor. It doesn't get flagged, it gets rewarded. So say we're a plumber. And someone said, I tried to call Gettle, no one picked up the phone. I called this business and said they were at my door in an hour. Gettle can't do anything. It's a review on Google's platform. It hurts Gettle, it rewards you because your customer directly talked about a competitor. Again, second thing, reviews need to be specific. What is it that this person did? Why did they choose you? What was the best part of the experience that they need to talk about? The more elaborate a customer can talk about on the reviews, and even in Yelp, as much as I have issues with Yelp, Google My Business Profiles is where this has to be your mantra. Someone wants to give you a review, please leave me more than just 3 sentences. If you can get that 3 sentences or a paragraph, the next step is to ask them to make a video. Can you give me a 20-second video about this service, about how awesome it was? Why did you choose me? Or with me and you in the video, a selfie video. You can post it on the socials. You could post it on your website. You could post it even on Google's business profile. Now you have a specific descriptive review plus another piece of content that's a video testimonial. You cannot lose if you consistently ask for this from your customers. The other part of this authority is doing the legwork with what's called local citations. Local citations. The biggest example, and the one I've been talking about at these presentations for a year, yellowpages.net. People think, oh, Yellow Pages, who cares about that? Every SEO loves yellowpages.net. Every single website under the sun has what's called a domain rating. It's basically a score out of 100. The number 1 website in the world that's been number 1 for 5 years in a row is Facebook. Facebook gets billions of views, but it's a website. It's not a search engine. Yellowpages.net is an 85 out of 100. If you were to go on yellowpages.net and fill out a free citation, name, address, physical location website, you submit it, in about 3 weeks, the algorithm's going to catch up, and you're going to get credit for what's called a backlink. And it's a no-follow backlink, but it bumps your score by 2 points for 1 free citation. Now, if you go up 2 points, how many websites do you pass throughout the world? As of today, it's 8.2 million websites for a free citation. That's how many you pass up, by going up 2 whole points. Now, the stronger the website gets, the less amount of websites that you're passing, because now you're getting into websites that actually know this and they actually fill out a lot of citations. But again, Manta, BBB if you're willing to pay for it, local Las Vegas directories, Yelp, give or take. But you can't get backlinks from Facebook or any of the socials. They built it into that way. But you can from Yellow Pages, Manta, OfferUp. All of these are small little wins. And the objective of your website is to grow that rating. Because if you have a high enough rating, when you create content, you beat your competitors because you have a higher rating. That has not changed for the last 20 years. It still applies to AI today. So, here's an example of a really bad review and a really good review. This top one, I see this one all the time when I do audits. When someone says, hey, take a look at my business online, I get 15 of these, great service, great service, great service. That has to change. It just does. If it means a 5-second more descriptive, hey, can you please leave me more than just saying great job? Because look at that bottom one. Bob's Plumbing fixed our water heater in 2 hours on a Sunday. Technician explained the problem clearly, charged $200 less than the other quote, and fixed a leaky faucet at no extra charge. If you were an AI bot, which one works? Which one is incredible? Which one is just generic? Exactly. Pillar number 3, expertise. The third question AI is going to ask you is, can you actually solve the problem? This one is going to go against the grain of traditional website development. Traditional website development was animations, maybe a video, cool pictures of me and doing cool stuff. No. If you want to get people's attention, what are you going to give them for free? The biggest one right now is how-to checklists. If your service or a SaaS or someone that does something of specific industry, what information can you give someone coming to your website right now that lets them know you know what you're talking about? Doesn't mean that they're going to go through the entire checklist or guide, but you're giving them a chance to get the win for themselves, and if they get a hiccup, your information is on that PDF. When it comes to these things, you are not selling. You are informing. You're giving them a token of appreciation, of reciprocity, in the hopes that it grows to them actually being a customer or going to someone else and say, hey, you need to check out this website. FAQ pages. This one actually serves 2 functions. One, it should be in the middle of your homepage. What are the known objections of your industry? What are the known objections of the business? What is it that people are going to be asking that you can directly address in an FAQ right off the bat? Because if they continue to scroll, they're converting. If they fall off from the FAQ, then you need to readdress the FAQs. FAQs can also be built into schema. You can have those questions and answers directly sent to AI, to the Google robots text or the LLM text, and it can get indexed when someone's looking for that question through an AI chat. So you get to do 2 things, but the problem with FAQs is a lot of people, they don't know the real questions that people are asking. This is where, if you've been in this industry a long time, you know what people are going to object about. Be honest, outright honest. Yes, there are, and if it was an FAQ for SEO, there are a lot of scamming SEOs out there. But my FAQ directly targets that. Yes, there are, but I'm not. These are my case studies. Give them a reason to keep on going. Case studies is also an important part. For not every industry, but for a lot of industries, a case study actually solves a lot of objections. There's an initial problem, there's an initial thinking, there's action, and then there's results. Write it like a research paper. That's everything from any customer. I have 6 of them, from customers that were with me for 2 months or 2 years, because SEO is under so much scrutiny. It's changed so much. People want to read a specific situation and what the results were. Here's the other thing about expertise. We have to start looking at building strategies for our content. One comprehensive piece of content is more valuable than 10 AI images or 10 AI blogs. it doesn't solve anything. AI is only going to give you what it thinks you want to know. It's only going to create documentation that it thinks you want to read. You are dealing with other human beings. You've got to understand what it is that they need to know. Even if it is 200 words. It's a lot better than a 2,000 word regurgitated ChatGPT document, right? Here's an issue with titles. The top one, 5 plumbing tips for homeowners. Not very engaging. It's generic. The one below it, a complete guide to preventing frozen pipes in Las Vegas winters. That one is specific. That one is going to get noticed by homeowners, landlords, renters. It's right there. So take the time to come up with ideas, come up with a strategy about addressing what is an issue now, more importantly, an issue for the future. And if you've been in this business, if you have your business for a while, you know the cycles. We all know the cycles. We know when things are up and down. If you can start placing your content before the ups and downs of the cycle of the business, guess who's winning? You are. You're creating it before it becomes popular or trending. You're already there. 4th pillar, distribution. This one is the eye-opener. When we build a very good piece of content, most of us put it on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and that's all that we do. We let it sit. I'm going to tell you, one piece of content needs to be in 6 different places. At least 6. What does that mean? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, what else? A YouTube short. One piece of concise content needs to be distributed 6 times, because you, at that point, with 6+ places, you give yourself a statistical advantage for engagement. If you place it 1 time on 1 place, what do you think your advantage is statistically? It's basically nothing. And even in Facebook, it's only going to go to the people that like you. It's only going to be the people that you're friends. With 6+ places, you have no idea who can be seeing it. The great analogy is create it once, distribute everywhere. So here is the next slide. This is the checklist, the systematic development of the 6+ pieces of where you should put your information for content. Example, 5 most common plumbing problems in Las Vegas. You write the article. Don't have AI do it. Take the time, write it yourself. You can have AI ask you questions about this. What are they? But at the end of it, have it rate it in your voice. Don't have it write, give me the 5 common problems. YouTube video, 5 to 7 minute short form video with the URL in the comment section, not in the description. This is another tactic that SEOs have learned. When you put the URL in the post of content, you are not going to get the most favorable algorithm settings for that platform. The reason is you have given people a way to leave the platform. If you leave it as a comment, it adds that the fact that they're going to stay on that social and choose to read the comment to go to the actual article. Never put a URL that leaves the platform in a social media post or a YouTube post. Always make it a comment. LinkedIn posts, text summary of the article. 30, 40 words, maybe even 100. Talk about what this thing is, who it's for, why it's important. And again, a link to the URL in the comments. Facebook group posts to the groups of people that actually need to know this information. For plumbers, homeowners. For other places, other Facebook groups. Post that into the group. Again, comment the URL. This next one is the one that this is the one that every SEO keeps on hitting the fists on the table because most business owners still don't get Reddit. Reddit is the most important social of them all, but you have to look at it differently than promoting what you do. Reddit is constantly being bought out by all the LLMs because of the human content that it creates. You post that you made an article in Reddit. You don't sell your business. You sell the fact that this is the information and this is the URL that I've created. You don't mention your business. You don't mention what you do. You're producing information to the human collective of what is Reddit. And then you add the URL or the content of the article into your PDF guide that you're building. Whatever you're building in content in the present form, if you can put it into a PDF guide or add it or create a different one, do that. Because now you have something for people to come that may not want to read the article, but they want the guide. And the guide will collaborate with other pieces of content that you've created. This is the basics of distribution. This takes time, but it can become a routine. Not one for one, one for six. This one is the one of the future. Pillar number 5 is community. Pillars 1 through 4 was about how you addressed your business. Pillar number 5 is how the people see your business. This one, if you cultivate your customers, you cultivate Reddit videos, you start building for a bigger picture of your business, or more importantly, the industry in which your business is in. It could be the difference between a business valuation of $100,000 or $1 billion. Every single company, huge corporation, has mastered the community, and they continuously master it. Here's a great example. Reddit. Reddit is really the first place where you can consistently grow a community. The wrong way to do it is to join Reddit for Las Vegas locals. I need a plumber, call Bob. You will get banned. No one will take you seriously. You've wasted a great opportunity. You might as well just start a new account. It's done. The one below it is the way you do it. You join the locals, Las Vegas locals. You answer 3 questions consistently over 3 months. You don't tell them what you do. You don't tell them where they can contact you. You build rapport as becoming an expert. You give detailed answers to these problems, whatever that problem is. No sales. No, this is what I do. I've been doing this for 15 years. This is my website. You're contributing to the community. What's going to happen after a few months, someone's going to start dropping your profile. Say, hey, this person knows what they're doing. Check out their profile. This far exceeds any ads, any PPC, any sponsored links, because this is organics. What's going to happen is this example. Say we have another plumber in Phoenix. He is active on the Phoenix Reddit for 2 years. He keeps on answering questions about plumbing situations, issues, water heater types, what's good, what's bad, what's not good. It's organic. People are starting to see him as an expert. And if you were to do this to 2 to 3 different communities for 15 minutes a day for 90 days, would you ever need 1, an angel investor, 2, a PPC ad? This one platform can organically grow your brand in 3 months. It's one platform. This is the difference between organic growth and rented marketing and all of this stuff that we see on the internet about, oh, pay attention to me because I know about AEO. AI is paying attention to this right now. SEOs have been hitting the table for the last 6 months about Reddit. People are sleeping on it. They just don't know that in order for this to help, you have to contribute to the community. But once you start doing that, now you are in organic territory. And organic growth never dies. Just because you stop paying Google Ads. This is evergreen. It stays with you forever. All right? So, that's my website. Eric LaCasse, SEO Expert. Those 2 little arrows are to some of my PDFs. I have a take-free AI quiz. It goes over some of the pillars that you have just been told about. It's a simple AI Google form. Give me your email, fill it out. At least you see where you're at. The next arrow is my free content reader. I built a reader that will assess your content and give it a score based upon 3 different things: sustainability, indexability by LLMs, and the Fleisch reading score. These 3 things are absolutely monumental on how your content is going to resonate. It's free. You can click on it, put in your content, paragraph, H1s, whatever you want, and it will give you a score. I also have a private Discord server. What I'm starting to see about this SEO, and especially the Las Vegas business owners, is that I could have a Facebook group. I could reach out to a lot of people, and people could scrutinize people posting to the group. Hey, you know, that industry, blah, 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 blah. So I created a private Discord server. That's the QR code to get the invite. If it doesn't work, you take a photo of it, put in the invite code at the bottom. This is an opportunity and a place for you to talk to me and talk to other business owners about SEO stuff. The last 3 presentations that I've given are all on this server, so you can actually download the slides. I post infographics about how we have to stop looking at the old SEO world and start looking at AI. A lot of the country, a lot of business owners throughout this country are still stuck on that they're on position 3 in Google. Oh, I'm on the 2nd page, 3rd line down. We got to stop talking about the blue links. We have to stop talking about keywords and traffic. This is an opportunity, this is a place for you guys to get that information. This is a place for you to ask, hey, does this make sense? What do you think about this? I am always available to help. I'm always available to at least give you guys the information. Any questions?
What's the PDF download guide?
What is it? Yeah. So if you were to create a document, you can make a PDF and then have that as a button on your homepage. Okay. That way it's linkable, right? So it sits on your web page. There's a couple ways of actually monitoring it. You can put a pixel on the button, right? And you can see how many people have actually downloaded it. The PDF is what you want it to be for free, giving information to somebody.
So like a white paper.
Like a white paper, exactly, white paper. White paper, the problem with the white paper is that it starts to become salesy. The PDF shouldn't be salesy, it should be informational. And again, you can play with it, right? You could try a sales pitch, you could try a trifold, but more importantly, like for me with this, I'm giving you an opportunity to see where you're at with your website. I'm giving you a place to see if your content is actually going to be structured with LLMs. Whatever that is for your business, what is it that people could do right now that gives you the fact, that gives you the interpretation that you're trusted, right? White page, sure. Case studies, okay. But, you know, like with the plumber, a checklist for the winter, a checklist for the spring. And if they mess up, they got to call the plumber in the end anyway, right? So, excellent question. Yes?
So do you ask them for their email to get the guide, or you just let them click and get the guide? So there's
click and get the guide.
magnet.
So it'll be like, here, let's go back. So if I was to have a PDF, it would be one of those buttons. And as soon as they hit it, the PDF would download, right? Now it becomes theirs. It's their PDF, whatever that is, right? It doesn't have to be a guide. It doesn't have to be necessarily a checklist. It's got to be something that doesn't sell, but informs. So, and again, it could be, there's hundreds of ideas based upon certain industries. I like to use plumbers because it's really easy to talk about a checklist. For me, this is what I do. I have a place for you to take a quiz to see where you're at. I can do an audit and find where you're at, but people want to have little wins, and that develops trust, right? Any other questions? No. So they're not PDF guides. They're apps. So one goes to a Google form, but the point being, look at where they're at, right at the top. I get to let you. The whole point of my homepage is to let you know, hey, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a while. Yeah, it's scary, but those two links can help you get some answers. Those two places. What does that mean for your business? How are you going to get their attention? Because you have 3 seconds. That's it. 3 seconds before they decide to continue on the page or bounce off. AI is going to reward the ones that stay on longer. And you stay on longer when you have something for them to receive. Right? Any other questions? Yes?
When they do the download, do you have like a loading page after that, like with a message, or what happens after the download?
Yes. So for certain places, like for my quiz, it goes to a Google form. And you can build a Google form right through Google. Yeah. But the thing is that if it's going to go somewhere else, you can build it to get an email or a phone number. And sometimes you don't even have to do that. Because if they get the checklist, how many other people in your industry have checklists or a how-to guide? And how much do you want to give them? You could give them a lot of information. The more that you give them, the more trust they have, right?
Or if you were like, if this is enough, follow me on this.
Exactly. You could put that into the PDF. You could have that as a landing page after they click. Okay. There's a lot of options. The thing is, a lot of people don't do this. First of all, they probably don't know. Right. And second of all, they don't think of their website as giving things for free. A lot of people build their websites just for information. This is what I do. This is how I do it. Blah, blah, blah. Call me. No one's talking about giving information for free. And again, if AI is rewarding those that build community, you've got to give things out for free. You just have to. You have to let people know that they're not helpless because they came to your website. You know what I mean?
So how much does page rank matter anymore? It sounds like.
Well, here's the analogy that I will say for all of you. We still live in a blue links world. We still live with 2 or 3 PPC ads at the top of the Google search results page that no one clicks. Google came out and said, you know what? We're going to have you pay 50% more for less positioning because Google Ads is probably not going to be around much longer. And we all know in the SEO world that the convergence date in which LLMs become more used than Google's search results page is October of 2030. That's the doomsday event. The reason why I don't want to talk about keywords and rankings, because those days are numbered. The pillars, this is how it works now. Building this over time, you may not even have to worry about AI because you're building organics. You're building something of a brand. You're building a community. You're writing content that's not generated by AI. You're building because you care, you're obsessed, whatever it is. And you're putting it out there for people to see, to get for free, and to say, yep, that person knows what they're doing. Because the way that it is now, traditional SEO, it's in a solid state. It's blocks. Move blocks up, move blocks down, all this nice stuff that we've had for the last 30 years. That's what old search results pages were. And the old search results, blue links and ads that no one clicked. Answer engine optimization in the future is liquid. AI picks little eye drops out of your business because it's in a liquid state. It builds specific content, and it grabs when someone's asking about something. Oh, this person, this business mentioned this. Grab a little piece of water. The future, generative engine optimization, is gas. Once you have enough energy of people grabbing your content, you become the oxygen for AI. That's the future. I don't like to talk about keywords and traffic when every business needs to start looking at how to become liquid. And that's the discussion. That's the issue. A lot of people, only after doing for a few months some of these things, you will start to see people starting to resonate and understand certain things about your business because they used AI to find you. You can't get there if it's solid state links, map packs, and snippets, stuff that we're all frustrated with. We don't want this anymore. That's why AI is so popular. That's why it's going to be popular. Google was all trying to get this information from us in the beginning to build this AI. They just needed 20 years of data to build these language models so that it can answer for us, because we are tired of having to figure it out for ourselves, right? Any other questions?
So any of the LLMs have their own methodologies, or are they pretty much the same, like ChatGPT?
No.
Method, like one particular one you're gearing towards? Or?
It's always going to be Gemini.
Okay.
Gemini is the one that ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Claude, they all buy. They all buy the information from them. Gemini is the one that you want. If you were to have a precedent or like which one you wanted the most of, it's always going to be Gemini. After that, it depends. It depends on how you feel about using AI for your business. There are some that build agents and they completely let it run autonomously and they say, hey, just go ahead and do it. Well, I mean, in the beginning of a business, that may not be the smartest thing to do, because you're going to have an agent define your strategy, an agent define your FAQs, your content. You're going to have it write your content for you. We just explained. AI content does not do anything. But if you write as if a person's in front of you, that actually has weight. That actually can be indexed and taken apart and snippetized into AI conversations. Because the evolution of the Google search results page, AI, you have conversations with, it knows what you like as the best of something. It knows what you like is the closest business to whatever your needs are. It's not one sentence on top of a search results page and you decide. AI is making the decision for you now because this is what we wanted. So ChatGPT, very good at creativity. Claude is the best all around. It does a lot of different things. Gemini is great for structure. So if you're looking to do your schema or looking to do converting, engaging copy that's more professional and not as creative as ChatGPT, Gemini is really good at that. Perplexity is really good at research. Very, very good at research. And that's pretty much it. I use Claude all the time because I need a lot of information and then plug those into the others for creative copy. Any other questions? Who's confused? Who's confused? I get this all the time. I've been doing this for a year and a half, and I get people that come to me afterwards. They're like, I didn't expect to get homework, but you gave me homework, and now I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what my business website is. Believe me, I completely understand. That's why I broke this down to 5 pillars. These 5 pillars are absolutely essential, right? And again, it has nothing to do with AI. It has everything to do with you building content so that people actually engage with it. because AI is rewarding that now. We have gotten to a point where AI is so smart that the business owners and business website people that have a website, if you do this, you don't have to think about it because you're growing organically. You're building content for socials. Those social contents are going into the website. You're building guides, you're making videos. You're doing these things to grow an entity. And you're certainly not going to be paying for it with Google Ads. Because as soon as you stop paying, all your work, all your effort, all that ROI is out the window. And people haven't heard that yet. They haven't heard the fact that you could grow your business to a massive business just by caring and building on the little wins of the people you work with, the people that review your website. All these little things can add up to a massive foundation for your business. But PPC, it's gone. Got to start thinking about it that way. If you're going to pay 150% more for keyword phrases that no one goes to, no one clicks on blue links at the top anymore. They don't. But they will talk to an AI that knows them and knows a business that can solve their problem the best. The issue is, how are you solving the problem better than anyone else? And how are you proving it? Because that's it. I could say I'm the best SEO in the world, but if I don't have people that agree with me, it doesn't go anywhere, right? Any more confusion? Any more questions?
We do, you can ask on the Discord channel.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. That's my information. Thank you very much. I probably a lot more confusion when you get home and like, what did he say? Join the Discord, download the slides, you'll be good. Again, on the Discord, on my socials, that's my YouTube channel, that's my Instagram. Again, any questions that you think of, let me know. Just send me a message. I'm always able to pull out the 2 cents in my pocket and let you know what I think about these things, because even in the SEO world, it always changes. There's always, again, as an SEO guy, you have to be obsessed with how this thing works. It changes every day. There's new information. Old techniques that were obsolete 10 years ago are actually starting to get traction now, right? One tidbit of information is there's a resurgence of an old social media platform. And SEOs found out about this about 3 weeks ago. Dig.com is coming back, right? For some of us, we know exactly what that is. You know what's incredible about Dig now? The guy who wrote Reddit was hired to develop Dig.com. For a free profile, they are allowing you to have 2 communities. You can build communities. And right now, it is a feeding frenzy for single word communities, right? So what does that mean? Dig.com is an 85 domain rating out of 100. You have one of those communities for yourself, and don't sell what you do, but promote and post and add little URLs, but please don't sell your own services. You will get a follow link from Dig. If that resonates, once a new cycle of your backlinks come through, you can bump up your domain rating by 15 points by one community. And guess what happens with that community? You reach that out. That's another place for you, the community of people that you're trying to get as your market to come to. And what happens if they come to your Dig and your community? You have them. It's your petri dish. You have them in your community now. You are the administrator. You can reach out to them individually. Hey, is there something else? And you can contact them outside of the platform and start selling what you do. That's the beauty of Reddit, but that's been saturated. Dig.com will be the next Reddit. And Dig.com allows videos, images, and animations, I believe. Go ahead.
Does Dig have the limitations like Reddit, like you have to have so many karma to post?
No,
Yeah.
no, not that. Yeah,
Not yet.
this is so new. This is like less than a month old.
Okay.
And the problem with Dig is that it's not, you can't log in whenever you want. Like there's technical issues with it. But for about the span of 2 weeks, every SEO forum was going crazy about getting like Las Vegas directory, Las Vegas locals directory, nightlife Sin City, because it was all available. No one was locking them down. Good luck trying to do that on Reddit. That ain't happening, right? But this is one of those golden opportunities that when it showed itself, people went nuts. Now again, it'll close up, but the whole point is that in the SEO world, these little things come out all the time, right? And that's the thing is like certain marketing agencies, they have an SEO section. They have a tab that says that they do SEO. They don't have any case studies, right? I do this every single day. I have case studies, but I'm not a social media person, not a videographer. I just do SEO. And even if that, it becomes an obsession because there's always something to learn, right? That's why I created the Discord, because people need a place, a private place to ask the real questions about their industry or their business or how Las Vegas works, how this industry works in Las Vegas. I want to start expanding to Phoenix. Okay, cool. That's a whole other discussion. But a place for you guys to actually get answers instead of me trying to sales pitch you, because I'm not going to do that. You guys want real answers. That's what I'm providing. Any other questions? Who's got homework for tonight?
Homework for my marketing department.
Thank you. Thank you very much.